I recently shot a real estate video for a friend here in Utah, so I decided to film part of my process and help both videographers and real estate agents create real estate videos themselves. Now this house wasn't anything too special, so I had my work cut out for me. The home wasn't really furnished, the living room didn't have any carpet, and the majority of the bedrooms in the house went unlived in. So you may be thinking, what do you do with a house that's not super impressive? You start with the best foot forward. This house had beautifully maintained solar panels on the roof. The homeowner was also a drummer in a local band, and although it may not be appealing to some, he had a downstairs band room with sound panels already on the wall. Again, these features may not be important to everyone, but it's important to show what you do have to offer to appeal to the few that care.
So now that we're in the basement, I want to get a shot kind of pushing through the doorway to show that we're in the basement without completely showing the basement. But I do want a little bit more light in here, so I'm going to kind of open this up. Again, this isn't a super high budget real estate video. Otherwise, I would pump a ton of light in here, bring my own film lights, and that'll raise the room to the point that we would see outside. But even if that were the case, I don't know that we would do that because it's a window well and then it's just the neighbor's house. So it's nothing people really want to see. And again, a blown out window is just as good as, seeing, a blown out window is better than seeing a window well. So I think it's fine for what we've got. And I think we're gonna try and get these shots.
Now I do use lots of fancy equipment, but I wanted to show how a video can be made on a budget as well. I would actually suggest buying a phone gimbal before you buy a professional camera. Most phone cameras are great for simple videos, and if used correctly, your shots can be just as good as a mirrorless camera or a DSLR.
One of the best things you can do while using a gimbal is actually slightly bend your knees. It eliminates the up and down movement we create while walking naturally, but instead it creates that flat surface without moving so that the gimbal can stay completely still.
But let's say you already have a camera and you can't afford a gimbal. What should you do?
If I could only buy one piece of equipment, it would definitely be a fluid head tripod. This was one of the first pieces of equipment I bought, and it cost me around $125. But you can get so many different types of movement out of it, and it always keeps your camera super stable. So if you can't get a gimbal and you can't get a super fancy camera, an older camera on a fluid head tripod will work wonders. One of the best things you can do if you don't have any equipment is simply use your camera strap. If you place it around your neck and push down, creating this stable camera movement, it creates 3 points of contact, 2 with your hands, 1 with your neck, and you're able to turn your camera and keep it stable without any of that hand movement.
So that's how I shot the interior of the home, getting lots of different shots and angles of each room and working with what I've got. Now let's focus on the exterior of the home. Call me crazy, but I would actually recommend getting an old DJI drone before getting a new camera. Drones are just as important as normal cameras, not only because people want to see the interior of the home, but they want to see the exterior as well as the property line and the neighborhood they could potentially be living in. But I hope you guys enjoyed this little walkthrough of how I filmed a real estate video. As always, if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one.